Fatality. Raiden wins.
Okay, I do have to say that this game is absolutely garbage. Like, do you all see this game? Like MK1 has had one of the worst starts in history ever. Like, I mean, I remember when this game had so many bugs to the point where online was unplayable because due to the high ping matches that people were getting, even though they had a wired connection. And I remember there was other bugs and invasions that prevented players from even playing the mode as a what am I trying to say? The mode as a whole in general. Like this game just has had a rough start.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
And that's honestly my opinion. You know, I think this, I don't know, like I'm surprised this game has even come this far.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
So, I was actually joking. So, Mortal Kombat 1 is actually in a better position than it is, of course, when the game launched. So, of course, like I mentioned, the game had so many problems, the game had so many issues. A lot of people were overall complaining about the game, and I was one of those people. But, you know, I stuck with MK1. I was like, okay, let's see where this game goes, right? And thankfully, the game does seem to be getting better. And last season, with the release of Ermac, was basically the start of that. So the Ermac update, or the season of what was what was the name of the last season? I'm gonna just call it the season of Dark Raiden. I don't know, but basically, at the release of that season, basically was the jump. Like, okay, this game seems to be going down the right direction. And so far it has been. Even the new season that just dropped today with Homelander's release, I haven't tested it out. I don't know anything about it yet, but I'm sure it's probably good too. And I know they're bringing in some new type of green skins or something like that. I don't know what they look like. Normally I check Twitter, but I haven't checked it this time. So who knows if they even look good or not. But besides that, they did add the new Earthrealm costumes that you can see on the screen here. Now these skins I really do like. Now these are completely new designs that NRS came up with, and they look really good so far. They only have the Earthrealm Melina, the Earthrealm Katana, and the Earthrealm Reptile, I believe. Hopefully they continue this trend and they release more Earthrealm skins like this. Because I'm not gonna lie, they cooked on these designs. Look, you can call them ugly if you want, but in my personal opinion, I think these skin designs look really good. Like it's been real unfortunate, like between some of the Deception and the Deadly Alliance skins, like they just don't live up to the hype like they used to when those games were out. Because you know nowadays they gotta censor everything, they gotta make everything look more, I don't know, kid friendly. They don't want to be too revealing with some of the women's clothing like how it was back in the original games. But you know that's what people like to see, you know, because that's what made the outfit the outfit. But you know nowadays with this generation, I guess they have to switch things up. But I will say though that the game is getting better. I'm glad for that. Hopefully, NRS continues to look at and learn from player feedback, and that the game does continue to get better. Because I'm not gonna lie, if the game keeps going down this route, we're gonna be in good hands. I mean, and hopefully they do deliver on the quote unquote tons of content that they said that they were gonna deliver when they announced it at, I forgot what event it announced it at, but I know he did announce it, and that we're getting so much quote unquote content that it's gonna blow our minds or something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see when all that content comes. Now, and we'll talk about, some of the characters. I know people really hate licensed characters. I mean, and to an extent, I do agree. Now, all licensed characters aren't bad throughout the NRS games, like, Mortal Kombat 9, how they had Kratos. Kratos was a great release. Unfortunately, he was only for PlayStation, so everybody couldn't get their hands on Kratos. But he really was a great licensed character. Freddy Krueger in Mortal Kombat 9. Again, great character. Since 9 really did have Mortal Kombat 9 did have a really developed fighting style, but just to see Freddy Krueger return with like the new graphics, with the new movesets in some of the newer games, oh yeah, he would be 10 times better. And they could really make him more gorier or more. I really don't know. I really don't know the word for it, but they could pretty much make him better, knowing Freddy's lore and you know, him as a horrific figure within the horror franchise. But besides that, Mortal Kombat 9, that was pretty much the horror type of theme they had going on in that game. Mortal Kombat 11 was more of the old school classic action heroes type of deal. And Injustice 2, they had the Turtles, they had Hellboy, and I can't remember if they had any other licensed. Well, yeah, of course they brought in Raiden and Sub-Zero to that game. But overall, I feel like, the licensed characters aren't bad. Were some over the top, and did they do some of them? Yeah, they did. But at the same time, I feel like it was dealt with care, if that makes sense. Look, I really don't know what I got at with that, but I feel like they're really doing a good job. Now, granted, should more Mortal Kombat characters return? 100%, because, granted, that's what Mortal Kombat in the days used to be about, right? It used to be solely about Mortal Kombat characters. They need to bring back Dagon. They need to bring back Moloch. They need to bring back Meat. Like, even some of the NPCs, man, like Mocap. They need to bring back even some characters that don't get any love anymore. Kentaru. They need to bring back Serena, not as a cameo, as a fighter. And look, I don't get why people hate Stryker. Stryker in MK9, that man cooked. Like, they really need to bring back Stryker. And not as a cameo. Like, the characters that are cameos, I feel like half of them should have been playable. Like, even Chameleon. Like, when was the last time we got Chameleon? Like, was that back during the Deception days? Or the Armageddon days? I can't remember what game Chameleon was in. But we need to bring some of these characters back, man. Because imagine if they got the love and attention that they, deserve with these newer graphics and, with these detailed play styles. That would be really cool. Like I know they love showing off the same characters, Rain, Reptile, Baraka, Johnny, Jax, Sonya, and other handful of characters. But they really do need to bring some of these older characters back to really build upon the lore. Like in this game, I'm glad that you brought back Natara, but not as Megan Fox. I'm sorry. Like, you can come at me if you want, but Megan Fox, I feel like, was a terrible pick to play Natara. Again, she knows nothing about the lore. Like, even in that interview.
I really like her. She's a vampire, which obviously... resonates for whatever reason.
You could just tell, like, she literally knows nothing about the lore. So it's like, why would you bring somebody like this? Granted, she's just a voice actress, right? It's not much to it, but still, the people that you bring on, you would at least expect them to bring some enthusiasm and really hype the character up that they're playing. but I'm sorry, but for her, it just sounds very vague, very boring, very dry. It's like,
You Outworlders believe yourselves so superior.
what's the point of bringing you on this project if you're gonna sound like this, right? Because the Mortal Kombat fans, they were really waiting for Natara to come back. You know, even I was. Again, she's not one of my favorites, but just to see her out of a game for so long and to come back was nice. You know, but the fact that they did it in the way that they did, it was, I don't know, like I feel like they could have done that better. But again, that's just me. I know everyone has different opinions, but I really feel like they could have got a different voice actress to play the character. Um, who else did they bring back? Yeah, they brought back Darius. I really wish he was playable. I think he was, I don't want to say Deception. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Deception or Armageddon. I don't think it was Deadly Alliance. Um, but they really do need to bring back Hotaru. Another character who they need to bring back is, um, I'm missing his name. Oh man, who is that one person? But basically, you know, I'm glad they brought back Ashura, Serena, Nataro. Like they all were in the story, but you know, some of them really didn't have a big role to play, which is very unfortunate. And hopefully, these characters do get more love within the next Mortal Kombat game, or with even in the aftermath story, because I feel like they're really holding themselves back story wise, and like even the whole little time shift garbage. You know, I don't know. Like I really wasn't feeling the story. You're like, you know, granted the story was good. You know, it was on the play, but I really feel like the whole time jump stuff just didn't make any sense. And don't even get me started on the title of a Titan. Titan used to be something, like a legend.
You will die.
Devora is under my protection, Shao Kahn. As are you. I am Kronika.
The legends are true.
And the fact that now everybody has it is just like, that was kind of a dumb move on their part. But I mean, hey, blame the writers, right? But hopefully in the future they actually do put more, I really don't know the word for it, but they put more care in what they really develop, if that makes sense. Because fans were wanting something good. They were wanting something that could bring them back to the game. Now, like granted, people play this game obviously, but talking about like lore wise, story wise, because that's mainly what people play for. A lot of people don't play for Combat League. A lot of people don't play to be toxic. A lot of people don't play to just teabag you for no reason. A lot of people don't play for those aspects. A lot of people really just buy the game for story. If I'm being honest, some people might say that's stupid. Some people might say like that's a waste of money. Why spend this much money just to play a story? For all that, go play you like a campaign game or something. Which to an extent is valid, but that's just what some people buy games for. But I don't know. I just feel like they really put more time into the characters, into the story, and just the overall game. Because again, they're going down the good path right now. Hopefully they don't screw it up. They probably will somehow, knowing them. But we'll just have to wait and see. Because Homelander, I don't know. I haven't played him. Don't know if he's good or not. I'm sure when you all probably played him and probably came up with something for him, and that's the thing. Because I was seeing some clips about him. I didn't really play him just yet, but I feel like they could have done him a little better. I don't know if that makes sense, because with the whole just spamming the optic beams, that's great and all, because that's what he does in the TV show. But I feel like they could have gave more to his kit. Again, that's just me giving a presumptuous assumption about him without really playing him. But from what I've seen, I just really wish they did him more I don't know, maybe justice. Again, I don't know if I'm using the right words or not, but um, I feel like he's going to be a pain for one to go against in Combat League.
What have you done?
Probably people are just going to keep zoning out, probably using Serena cameos or using Striker or Sub-Zero for the ice shield to block projectiles while they're spamming their optic beams, or just really annoying combos in Combat League that are just going to be another pain to deal with back during the Johnny days, Baraka days, the Kung Lao cameo days. I think Kung Lao cameo is still effective, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, I just wish he had more to his arsenal, if that makes sense. You know, like in the show, he really doesn't fight much, I guess, which is why they built him like this in the game, because literally all he does is just put his hands behind his back and just uses his optic beams. Like, granted, I think it was at the end of season 3 or even during season 3, he had like a few fight scenes, but not like nothing crazy. So, I mean, I guess why they built him like that. But, you know, then again, I haven't really played him, so I don't know if he's really good or not. I don't know if he really can, you know, put up something besides just being a zoner. But, you know, just let me know, because I want to try him out. Just haven't done it yet. And with the new Invasion season, I don't know if it's good like last season, again, because I haven't played anything. Last season, I'm not gonna lie, they introduced those little mini games. I thought that was kind of stupid on my end, like with Natara, how you had to dash through the wheels. Liu Kang destroy the targets. Like, I don't know, like I thought those were dumb. But you know, every season they do something new, so we'll see what this season has. But basically, in a nutshell, you know, I feel like the game is in an overall better spot than what it was when it first launched, obviously, because that seems to be the things with games nowadays. They just rush to release them. They're not finished. They're not done. And for example, like this game, they're adding more costumes. They're adding more moves to fighters and cameos. They're making more skins for cameos, really buffing up the cameos to make them, you know, feel like they have a purpose. And again, a lot of people will say this stuff should have been done at launch, which it should have, because, you know, why make a game when the game is not even finished? You know, I get, you know, games and developers, they do have a deadline, but if you know your fans aren't going to be happy with what you drop, then I would more than anything consider pushing the game back than, you know, wasting players' time or making them angry with the product because it was rushed. And like, can can somebody explain this? Why is Dark Raiden, why does Dark Raiden have blue electricity? Like, that's something I genuinely want to know. Like, and this is another thing, like, don't give us cool skins like this, but the skin is not even fully finished. Like, come on, Dark Raiden has blue lightning. What? Like, I hope skins like this in the future are, you know, done more in detail or even fully finalized. But I just thought I had to bring that up because that was a weird bug I got when I was playing the other day. But overall, that's my feedback. You know, if you disagree or agree with anything, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to read them, and I look forward to seeing what you all think. You all have yourselves a blessed day, and take care.